Welcome to the Kieran Poole Show. Welcome actor Austin Caley, comedian Mo Saffaf and musician Andy Twyman. We are about to head off for a game of pool, but first we're going to get our director Jamie involved in a little bit.
What?
Well, we're gonna start playing some songs and we're gonna sing along.
Oh, we can't do songs.
Why?
Well, the Americans have done it.
No,
I mean, I'm only here because you can't drive.
oh, that's technically true, but no. Surely we can just play some songs. You know, maybe one of Andy's songs, and we all sing along. And then you know we've got some cameras.
No, that's definitely been done before.
Is it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's quite popular.
Oh.
Should we just get going?
Yeah. Get to us all right, Austin?
Yeah.
Mo, get to us all right, yeah? Yeah. Andy?
Yeah.
I spy... No.
Are we there yet?
Are we?
Lean on me.
We're here! We're here! We're here! We're here.
Let's do it.
Andy, Austin, you ready?
Yes.
Ready? Mo, you ready?
Mate, I was born ready, man.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails. We go first?
Very best of luck. You're going to need it.
Do it. Do you boys know about the King Gong show?
The what?
Do you know nothing about the King Gong show? Right, this man did it. Tell them about
Yeah.
it. It's amazing.
Yeah, so essentially the last Monday of every month you get at the Comedy Store 3 people in the... That was a
What did you do? What did you do?
he touched it. He moved it into which what colour are we?
Come on then.
He potted red, so I guess we know.
Okay.
But you what? You get 2 shots now? It's just been that long.
Ooh.
So gong. Continue
The gong. I will continue the gong story. So effectively, 3 people in the crowd get allocated a red card. There's probably about 250, 300 people in the crowd, and they're just there to heckle. Just there to heckle. Like so, and because there's 30 acts, they kind of encourage the heckling because they don't want to be there all night, and they mix up the people in the crowd. And effectively, at any point, like as soon as they start the clock, because you've got a few of them where it's like, oh, you know, they can, you know, get some grace period, like a couple of minutes. With this one, it's like as soon as they can just gong you off and.
I want to go.
It's a great big gong.
I already want to go.
Gong.
It's so much, yeah, and it's literally gong. Another one bites the dust,
Yeah.
and like you have to
comes on.
survive 5 minutes is the whole thing. And they play. If you survive 5 minutes, they play Hallelujah, right? But like some of the people, and I've been there quite a few times, and this time was probably the rowdiest I've ever seen it. There was one girl who got gonged off in less than 12 seconds. I think because she said she had a boyfriend, and people just weren't, like, honestly. And they played, like, the last post. Everyone stood up, like that. She, like, ran off.
Everyone stood up?
Yeah, like, literally, like, a minute's like, silence. Like, mate,
Does that happen every time?
No, I don't know why. This one was just that ridiculous.
You survived the 5 minutes. You nailed
Mate,
it.
I was proper in the zone. I was a bit lucky actually. Mate, I was proper in the zone because, and it was one of those. I was a bit lucky because in the first half there was a freestyle rapper, and he proper nailed it. Like he come out and he got everyone in the front row to get like the stuff out that they had, and he just did a freestyle rap for 5 minutes. So when I went to go on, the compere got my name wrong, and he called me MC. He was like so excited, like, oh yes, it's happening again, MC Saffaf. So I'm like walking through the crowd. Like really disappointed, like you can't really see that in the video, but I'm like, you know, is it me? You know, like and the crowd are already loving it, and I'm like, so gonna do some freestyling. Everyone's like laughing, and because you need, like, it really depends on that first 30 seconds. Do you know what I mean? And I just didn't let it get to me, and I effectively just, my first joke is like Mo, short for Mohammed Obs, you know, so that instantly just works.
Try and see what you can snooker them with it or something. I think just trick shot, just chip it.
Yeah.
Just chip it, like, honestly.
Whoa!
Get a slow-mo on that.
Oh man, you're
You were saying like with the King Gong, this terrifying audience. You've had a punch-up
Yeah.
within an audience, haven't you? While you've been on stage,
Yeah.
there has been a punch-up at a music gig.
A sci-fi themed punch-up, indeed. Yeah. It was May the 4th, National Star Wars Day.
Yeah, naturally.
And I was booked to play a gig, a sci-fi themed gig, where with the saxophone player, and we both had to dress up as the Cantina Band from Star Wars. The Cantina Band, they're the band that are playing in the bar, and they go bum 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 ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. So we were playing through the set, and we could see at the bar there was like a little bit of tension going on. There was an argument kind of breaking out, and just as we went into the main Star Wars thing, and two guys dressed as Jedis started going for each other actually at the bar.
Did they have like fake?
No.
So I apologise. I was going to say
If only they
swords.
did.
I apologise to everyone involved in Star Wars. Lightsabers.
If only they had lightsabers, but it was really weird.
So it was a genuine fight.
Yeah. They started
So,
like
like,
pushing
mates.
each other around, and it sort of grew. And like we were just looking at each other, like, should we keep playing, or what do we do here? Because some people were like laughing at it, and some people were kind of like, God, this is really serious. But yeah, that's kind of like the most.
Did anyone use the Force? Was like people flying
Did you
around?
reference
That
it?
would be good.
Yeah, he must have. Yeah.
I don't. It kind of descended. It became a little bit awkward. Like we just it's like, do we keep playing? And we kind of fizzled out a little bit. Because it got a bit serious. But
Could you imagine doing an audition like with a gong? Because auditions, like I've never done one, right? Clearly.
You don't want to.
What? An audition for an actor must be a terrifying process.
Yeah.
Surely.
At the age of 15, for me, even though I knew I wanted to be an actor, I didn't.
15.
Yeah.
Auditioning
And I didn't know the stakes. I didn't know how good it could be for me at that age.
So
stupidly.
and like because it's an audition for theatre, you haven't got they're not going to give you a script. You can literally go in there doing.
you go in there, you
yeah.
choose what.
So what did you
speech-
choose
so
to do?
you're told to do a 2 minutes of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And just to prove how clueless I was at that age, I did King Lear.
King Lear at 15.
Not the play, but his character, King Lear. I thought, I'll do King Lear. They're not expecting that, and
we say
they
so?
weren't. No, well, I don't remember. I don't remember it. It didn't really sink in because after about 4 lines in, I just dried up. I just sort of no, and then just sort of mumbled through a bit and just da, and then the last line, which I did kind of know better than anything else, I really hammed it up in the hope that he would just forget about the
Was it
previous
just one
2
person
minutes.
as well?
It was just one, old guy that looked like he should be playing King Lear.
Empty theatre room.
No,
Empty,
it was
like,
it was
one-
quite. It was a quite big room like this, and it was just me. And the last line I did like this, trying to impress him because I didn't want to feel like I'd wasted my time and money at this day. And then he just sort of went and gestured towards the door and just went thank you, like that.
So did he even say thank you?
He didn't know. He just went thank you like that, and I just. So, it was.
That must be an awful feeling.
It was like the 12 seconds of of the poor girl doing her.
Yeah.
Just my whole world just imploded and thought I will never be unprepared for an audition or a monologue ever again.
So now do you like every time you have to make sure that you're massively prepared?
Yeah. I mean, this was at 15, and I can still remember that feeling. So I was doing Are we good to go? Are we ready?
It's your shot.
Right, the question is, are you ready?
No, the question is, are you ready now? Come on, let's do this. So I was doing a play. It was an educational theatre piece, designed to inform A-level students how to answer their English exam question, and it was on Romeo and Juliet. So rather than giving them the whole play, it was a small cast, and we just did a sort of accumulation of different scenes just to show what context you could do the play in, because just to sort of show how timeless Shakespeare is. So we did sort of like a Jeremy Kyle fight scene, and then we did a
Shakespeare would be proud of that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. There's proof in his scriptures that he said Jeremy Kyle will be involved in this. Yeah.
But yeah, well, it was great. It was a really good show.
DNA tests. Much ado about nothing. Well, I can say not actually.
Well, no,
you're not my mother.
It worked. Well, that was yeah. It was great. It was amazing. But yeah. So there was a small cast, and it was very sort of audience interactive, and we were bouncing off each other and things like that, you know. And there was an occasion where I was not due on for 5 minutes or so. So I went off stage and thought, okay, I've got enough time for a pee. I'll go to the toilet, do it, come back. But I could just hear them, that maybe they skipped a bit, and I was like, oh, my cue's coming up. So I had to rush, and I was like, okay, I've got this, it's fine. Put everything away, zipped, and then left. And then I got to the stage, I was like, phew, that was close. And then there was a warm sensation down the back of my neck where I realised I'd done something wrong. You know, I wasn't quite finished. And then
what do you mean you've done something wrong?
Then there was another warm sensation in my underpants, and I was just like, ah. So I hadn't quite finished.
Right.
And yeah, and it showed.
So direct, like, was
This
there
is the
nothing
thing.
from
This is
them?
the thing. I got away with it. The director, a chap called Mark Powell, who's a very close friend of mine now, didn't say anything in notes. Nor did any of the other actors.
But surely that
during
isn't it?
the
I
thing.
like to think there's like an actors' union where if something's like happening to you on stage, it's really embarrassing.
Well,
the other actors were trying to tell you that it's happening,
Well, nothing.
or are they
nothing.
secretly laughing.
I was the butt of a lot of jokes those
Well,
2 weeks.
I wouldn't be
Good. I'm very
But
pleased.
that missed. No one picked up on it until now, when they're probably gonna
See it.
What was it?
It's exposed now.
Was it one of those white, like, kind of tunic, like the old school robe?
No,
you know,
because
the
it
puffy
was
ones there, and
because
then,
we
like,
were playing various different characters. We had like quick changes, so we wore just our own trousers. I think it was probably the worst colour for peeing, which is grey.
Oh wow!
it
Or
might
white or
be
grey.
grey.
Yeah. Now, what was the show called?
The show was called Romeo and Juliet Unzipped.
Sorry?
Romeo and Juliet Unzipped.
Perfect.
So what you need there in a difficult situation, you need a bit of pre-prepared banter, right? Andy he has nailed down his pre-prepared.
That's quite hard to say as well.
How do you prepare it? Do you know, like, do you know the insults that you're going to get? Like, is that how insecure? Is that like a thing?
Well,
Yeah, you know.
Just the hat.
there's some
say
things.
know
There's
what
some.
shit's about you, so you
Funny
know.
enough, I was playing a wedding last night, and somebody said, we kept on insisting, that's my mother's hat you're wearing. That's my mother's. I was wearing this hat. I was like, oh.
Well, like the hat that she wore to the
An
wedding.
old lady's wedding hat on. She wore the hat and she lost her hat. This guy, that's my mother's hat. I was like, no, it's mine. Yeah, it seems like I wear old ladies' wedding hats generally. But yeah, at gigs, there's certain things that people always ask. Like I've always got a rubber chicken on the kick drum during the set, and people often go, why have you got a rubber chicken then? You know, obviously. And so I say things like, my typical response would be, sometimes I use it to play the drum. It's my chicken drumstick.
Hey.
Okay, so you
Little things like that.
PPB, pre-prepared banter.
I think that's brilliant.
Do you have any other PPB?
The new thing.
He had PP, you've got PPB.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain songs and things. Like I've got a song that's all about suicide. You know, really chirpy.
comedy songs.
I intro it. I say, this next song I'd like to play for you, ladies and gentlemen, is all about the philosophical concept of nihilism. It aims to put the moral and ethical dilemmas surrounding life and death in the context of our inevitable and eventual annihilation. I was hoping to sell this song to Justin Bieber. Little things like that, you know, to kick off tracks.
Is that trying to stay alive?
Yes, that is Try to Stay Alive. trying to say?
There's a lyric in that song, and it's you've got too much turd for your trail, as in like a garden trail. And every time my dad's a keen gardener, and every time he's moaning about life now, I always quote your song and say, you've got too much turd on your trail now. And, pot the black, Mo, pot the black, and we've won the game. Mo, pot the black, and we've won the game. Come on, do it. No,
No, it's not.
I could see that.
Pressure, man.
I've got a chance to win it, boys. I've got a chance to win it.
This is it, Kieran.
I've got a chance. I've got a chance to win this. So what have we learnt today? We've learnt about
Turd for the trail.
too much turd for your trail. PPBs.
PPPs.
Got some pre-prepared banter for you if I pop this.
Not to piss yourself on stage.
Yes. There we go.
Played
Not
Austin.
to piss yourself on stage.
Played,
Excellent.
we've won that game.
Of course we have. Of course we have.
Played, Andy.
Don't say well.
It's all right. It's all right. Good game, lads. Well played. Say you earlier. Good game, lads.
Good game.
lads.
Good game. Good game. Well played. We won. All right, all done, yeah? All good?
All
Right,
good.
Okay, so back to Jamie's car, because I don't drive.
Sweet. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Missed
Nice
the
try,
red.
though.
Missed the red with my hand. Oh.
So thank you to Austin, Mo and Andy.
Yeah. Thank you. Nice one.
Right, all done, let's go. Well, as it's now me and you,
Kieran.
let's put the music on and we can actually do it.
Kieran.
It'll be good.
Kieran.
Yeah.
Can I play my song now?
Yeah. Drive. I know. Yeah, parked his car at mine, so we've got to fuck him off.
All right.
Have a naked naturist Noel, let your baubles hang down low, and just below your belly button hang the mistletoe. A naked Noel, so much fun, I promise I'm not a liar. Just try not to roast your chestnuts on an open fire. Don't wrap your sausage in bacon, free your Brussels sprouts. There's so much holly everywhere, you'll get a prick right on your snout. Have a naked naturist Noel, let your baubles hang down low, and just below your belly button hang the mistletoe. A naked Noel, so much fun, I promise I'm not a liar. Just try not to roast your chestnuts on an open fire. Mrs. Claus is giggling, Santa's in the nude, and when he's laughing, ho ho ho, it jiggles his man boobs. Have a naked naturist Noel, let your baubles hang down low, and just below your belly button hang the mistletoe. A naked Noel, so much fun, I promise I'm not a liar. Just try not to roast your chestnuts on an open fire. Grandma was surprised when she was pulling crackers. She wasn't looking where she grabbed, and she tugged on Grandad's knackers. Have a naked naturist Noel, let your baubles hang down low, and just below your belly button hang the mistletoe. A naked Noel, so much fun, promise I'm not a liar. Just try not to roast your chestnuts on an open fire. Peeping through your window, that's Santa on the lawn. The reindeer all have antlers, but Santa's got the horn. Have a naked naturist Noel, let your baubles hang down low, and just below your belly button hang the mistletoe. A naked Noel, so much fun, I promise I'm not a liar. Just try not to roast your chestnuts on an open fire.